Welcome everybody, this is How to English. Teach and learn with Gav Em.
It's a podcast about teaching and learning English as a foreign language.
All opinions stated are personal and references will be given when necessary.
And the followers, welcome to episode 20 of Gav Em's How to English pod. The episode letter, the title of all of our topics, is tea.
Tea is with me. I have got tea. I've got a cup of tea. But we're going to talk about things with tea, beginning with tea.
Not biscuits.
They do go really well with tea, don't they?
They do, that's why I said it. I am enjoying this preamble so much that I would like to now draw it to a close and ask you, do you have a TEFL word that begins with the letter T, or maybe a short phrase that might introduce the next part of the show?
Well, you've said it really. TEFL. The word TEFL. Our podcast. It's all about TEFL. It begins with T.
Teaching English as a foreign language.
That is what we do.
Would you call yourself a TEFL teacher? Because that's a bit like saying, I'm a teacher.
Yeah, no.
Or a teaching teacher?
Teaching English as a foreign language teacher. Yeah, I am a TEFL teacher. That is what we say.
And you teach TEFL teaching? Learning.
I TEFL. I think I do TEFL. Is it a verb? I TEFL. I teach English as a foreign language.
Is that not what our students do?
No, they learn. They're leffels.
Are they TEFL'd too?
No, they're TEFL too. We TEFL to them and they leffel. They learn English as a foreign language. So anyway, we think we've cleared up the confusion
Just
there.
in case anyone was wondering what we're talking about.
But TEFL is also the qualification that you take to become a TEFL teacher.
Well, not everybody, but some people, yeah.
You can take a TEFL course and learn how to be a TEFL teacher. So you can take a TEFL to be a TEFL teacher? Yes. Gav, if you were talking to a new teacher, starting in the world of TEFL, what one thing would you say to them as a piece of advice?
Be prepared, like a Cub Scout.
Okay.
Or a brownie.
Can you elaborate a bit on that?
Plan, prepare, be prepared for literally anything to happen during your lesson, and take plenty of water.
That's really good, actually. Those two words are pretty vast in their meaning and concept. Because you're right, prepare your lesson, but also be prepared for anything to go wrong and happen. Could be like...
bad weather.
Yeah, I was just thinking it could be actually environmental. It could be mental, just not knowing things that come up in the lesson. So yeah, be prepared is a very good piece of advice.
So how can you prepare your mental gymnastics, Em? Because I don't think we can stop it from raining.
Well, that's it. You're prepared for it. You may not be happy about it, but you're ready for it.
Prepare that chapter of the book. Have your answers all ready.
And take an umbrella and a drink and check where the toilets are. I was going to talk about toilet breaks, but we may as well just put them in here.
Well, that does begin with T, so we might as well just slot it in.
Yeah, you need to think about these things in the practical sense of where you're going to be physically, what that room's like, what that teaching space is like, but also what your lesson's about, how the students are going to react to that lesson, what mood they're in. There is so much to go into that one phrase of be prepared.
Would you rehearse?
You could do if you were new. I definitely did at the beginning of my teaching career. I did a huge amount of preparation. I practiced on people, my friends and family. Sorry about that, everyone. But yeah, it really helped me to feel more prepared. If you need to do that, I definitely think it's a good idea. I would also say it's not going to continue like that. So even though you might put in all that time and energy at the beginning, hopefully by the time you're a year or two in, you won't feel the same way that you need to prepare that much and
You
rehearse.
mean it could take a year?
Oh, at least a year. It took me much longer than a year to feel confident. But those things helped, definitely.
And now you know everything about TEFL.
Not everything, but a lot.
And what would your advice be for a new teacher?
I think for me personally, the best advice would be don't stress, but that's hard to actually do. I know people say it.
Does it work when you tell people not to stress?
Not really, but if that could actually happen, if somebody could say to me, don't stress, and it actually worked and I didn't stress, because there really is no reason to stress, even if the worst things do happen. You do manage, you find a way, and you look back and think, well, yeah, that was hard, but moving on, next lesson will be better. There is no reason to stress, but yeah, it is easier said than done.
It can be very stressful, but also the advice I got was it will be over in 60 minutes and then you can move on.
That's right. It's a finite amount of time. No matter what happens, you're going to be out of there. You might need to face them again sometime. But yeah, I just think if you don't stress and try and just see it as a situation that is involving real people, and these people have got feelings and they understand that you're perhaps nervous, and if you just explain things, I think that always helps. Don't just go through it thinking you have to be this perfect pillar of education.
And I think the students understand if you're a new teacher, a lot of this is new for you too. So you're still finding your way.
And there's nothing wrong with saying that. I think that I haven't been doing this very long or I haven't covered this before and I'm sorry, because it's obvious, I think, to everyone anyway. So you may as well just admit that.
Say to your students, let's have a look at this together.
Absolutely. And if you're having technical problems, just explain that. This isn't working. I don't know what this does. This button seems to be the right button, but it's not the button I need. So just explain it. Speak to people. Don't just internalise everything and feel that you're getting swallowed up into this hole in the room.
And what are these buttons that you're trying to adjust? You mean you can't do your shirt up?
No, I was thinking more, the projector or the computer or whatever it is that you might need to use in the lesson doesn't work. Just explain it and say, can anyone help? Get your students on your side. Get them helping you. And if you can use English as you're doing that, it's educational as well.
That's a really, really good idea. I once couldn't open the blinds in the room.
Oh, exactly. So if you say, I can't open these, can anybody help? Does anyone have these kinds of blinds at home?
We just sat in the dark for the rest of the lesson, sadly.
Nobody actually knew,
No.
Right? Well, anyway, at least then it was a group effort and you all failed and it's not just you that looks like the...
incompetent one?
Yeah, I wasn't going to say that, but yeah.
It happens, and we got over it. We moved on. The next time we'll took torches with us.
Back up. Be prepared. See, we go back to the first idea. So yeah, I agree. These two phrases are great. Be prepared and don't stress.
They don't start with T, but they are TEFL tips.
They are.
I would like to switch now to a different topic, which might be useful for both our student and teacher followers. I've titled it T for Timelines.
Timelines.
Now, I thought a podcast would be the perfect opportunity and platform to introduce a visual activity.
Right. So is Timelines the title of a TEFL science fiction movie? Timelines. Into space.
There is a lot of space that you're going to fill for us, so thank you for that introduction. I'm going to give you a sentence. You're going to tell me which tense it is and then draw the timeline for it.
I'm going to draw a timeline and describe the timeline at the same time. Time.
You're not going to literally draw one. You're going to figuratively draw one. And then me and the followers are going to draw those timelines in our heads and see if we can understand the sentence that I've given you.
Great. And in a classroom activity situation, you would probably be doing this at the board or on paper. So your students would be actually drawing them?
The student might be up at the board drawing the timeline to reflect the sentence I've given them.
That is great. You could do it as a group activity if you don't want to just put the stress onto one student to get that right.
Before we start, Em, do you think timelines are useful?
I really love timelines. I think they're great, especially if you are a visual learner and you need to see a visual representation of something. I think they're very useful. Let's try it, Gav, and our followers can be the judge.
Or judges.
Judges, yes.
Sentence 1. Gav always steals Em's biscuits during meetings.
This is present simple. I would represent this with a timeline, straight line, horizontal line, with a now in the middle, and a series of X's going from the past into now and into the future. So let's say 7 or 8 X's, just continuing all the way along that line, because it always is true.
Does it go into the future?
Yeah, I think a little bit it does.
Maybe will always. That would be future simple.
So you wouldn't have any of the X's past the now point?
No, up until the present.
Interesting. I'm not sure about that, because it's a fact and it's always true and always goes into every time, past, present and future.
I like your interpretation.
You always stole, you steal, and you will always steal my biscuits.
That is a fact. Thank you for that visual representation. My second sentence, Em is currently hiding the biscuit tin from Gav.
That's present continuous, and I would represent that with a wiggly line starting in the past and going across the now section and possibly dotted into the future, but very faint and not sure.
Why only dotted? Are you not sure?
Well, it is happening now, but we don't know whether it's going to continue. It may, but it may not.
It's very likely.
And I'm always hiding biscuit tins.
Em welcomed her online class with her mic muted.
That would be past simple, and that's an X or a cross just in the past, just the one cross.
Sitting on our timeline?
Yes. One action in the past. Finished. Not connected to the present. We've moved away from biscuits, I've noticed.
We have. Next, Em was explaining relative pronouns when Gav fell off his chair.
That's past continuous, which is very similar to the present continuous I described, except that that wiggly line is moved into the past before the now line and does not connect to the present. It's a long action in the past.
I think it does connect to the present, but that's where it stops. It doesn't encroach upon the future.
I think I would probably have it slightly before the now line, but you'd have it up to the now line.
Yes.
Okay.
Interesting.
It is.
We all see time differently, and we portray it in a variety of ways.
Yeah.
Gav has already derailed 3 lessons this week with his interpretive singing and dancing.
Has already derailed, present perfect. So this is where I would have the non-wiggly, but I would probably have a straight line from the past up to now.
Thank you for that, Em. This might sometimes be represented with a question mark in the past on our timeline before now.
Why is that, Gav?
Because we don't know exactly when, but we know it's before the present.
That's nice. And I would have it as a kind of block time, so it has arrows at the ends that describe the block of time.
Well, do you remember we said Gav has already derailed 3 lessons this week? I might stick 3 question marks at some point in the past.
Along that line?
Yes.
Yeah, that's nice.
Em has been rolling her eyes at Gav's jokes for years.
That's present perfect continuous. This one I would have exactly the same as the previous one. The line, though, with some kind of end to the block of time. Maybe arrows showing it's a length of time, if you can describe that. I can't describe that in good enough words, but something to represent a block of time.
I'm picturing some kind of mushroom or cloud-shaped thing.
Wasn't what I had in mind, but yeah, good. If something that just forms a block in your picture and wiggly.
It sounds quite wiggly, doesn't it? It's definitely longer. It feels a bit more connected. It's ongoing until the present.
Yeah.
I've got 2 more for you.
Okay.
Gav had already spilled coffee on the lesson plan before Em even opened the classroom door.
Had already spilled, so that's past perfect. I would show it as 2 crosses on the past of now, before the now line, one before the other. Had spilled is the first X, and then what was the second? Gav opened the door.
Em opened the door.
Em opened the door is the second X. Whatever the action is with had is the one that is furthest back in time.
I love using X's as well, Em, and I ask my students to identify which of the X's is which of the actions in that sentence. And as you pointed out, they're converse to the way I said them.
Yes, it could go either way round, but whichever one is with had is the first one on the timeline.
You described that once again perfectly.
I think I did. X's, Gav, circles, stick figures, anything you want to do really, just whatever helps. But X's do seem to be the common one.
They mark the spot. And our last sentence, Em will have been teaching Gav verb tenses for 2 decades by the time he finally gets it.
Will have been, that's future perfect continuous? Is that right?
Yeah.
Will have been teaching. So we're moving now for the first time to the other side of the now line. This is future. And this is a hard one to describe, but it would be a block of time with a wiggly line, I would say, to represent that continuous, and with a very specific end point.
In the future?
In the future. What was it? 20 years?
2 decades.
2 decades?
Yeah,
there would
20
be
years.
Something to represent that. So yeah, I'd write 20 somewhere along that wiggly line with a hard stop at the end.
Once again, you have described that really, really well, and I hope the followers were drawing in their heads just as I was.
Or just imagining, yes. I don't think you can actually draw in your head, but I know what you mean. Good, that was a lot of thinking. I feel like I've exercised my brain a bit.
I hope our visual learners and teachers were able to follow that just as well as I was.
You followed it fine, so that's good because it was your activity. Gav, I'd like to change the tone and talk about tone.
Tone.
Tone. It's a big word too. Lots to talk about with tone. If I could ask you to do a couple of things for me. Can you say the first line of our introduction to our podcast? What is our first introduction line to our podcast?
Welcome everybody. This is How to English.
Okay, well your tone was quite flat there. Maybe you were deliberately being toneless a little bit. Can you say it again in an impatient way?
Welcome everybody. This is How to English.
Very nice. Can you say it in a hopeful way?
Welcome everybody. This is How to English.
Slightly strange accent. Can you say it in a professional way?
Welcome everybody. This is Radio Gav.
Nice, very professional. Can you say it in a tired way?
Welcome everybody, this is How to English.
Good. And finally, can you say it in a mischievous way?
Oh, welcome everybody. This is How to English.
Oh no, I feel like you're going to entice me under a bridge.
Or under a rock, possibly.
Why?
I imagine that character lives under a rock rather than under a bridge. Trolls live under bridges and they've got deep voices like, welcome everybody.
Oh, okay. What character lives under a rock, Gav? It's a famous fairy tale where the...
A froggy one.
Okay. Good. Well, anyway, you sounded like a little imp or something that was going to do naughty things.
So that was the tone of my voice, meaning the intonation, the rhythm, the speed.
The emotion. You had emotion in that.
I forgot we can have emotion.
Yes.
Should we get our students to show their emotions?
Well, it's up to you. I think it's just a fun activity to get students to use their voices, because I think a lot of the time when they learn English, they're not thinking about emotion and tone, and sometimes it can be a bit flat.
I absolutely agree with you. This week, Em, I said to my student, don't say, hello, nice to meet you. My name is student A.
You actually said don't say that.
I said, that person talking to you is going to fall asleep. You need to be more animated.
That's quite a harsh sentence, but if it works...
I reprimanded the student because they were not putting in 100%, and I need 100% from all my students.
Right. Well, we've had this conversation many times. That is a little bit, I would say, rude. But if you feel that way, I suppose so. I think students struggle with it. They're all trying to think of the sentence structure and the grammar and the right word to use. And then you've got to add tone and emotion to it.
You didn't ask if it worked or not.
Did it work?
It really worked. It was amazing.
So the next lesson, totally different.
Completely different.
Okay, how did they say it?
Hello, my name's Student A.
They introduced themselves again, did they? Okay, I can see some holes in this story. Anyway, Gav, I'm going to tell you a sentence and I want you to just break it down for me, okay? If I said to you, may I ask if May go to the May Day parade? What am I actually saying?
Can May go?
Can May go? Who is May?
A friend of mine.
Right, so a person called May. You want to know if you have permission to ask for that person to go to...
Can May go too?
...the May Day parade. But you do notice how many Mays were in that sentence, right?
Can May go to the May Day parade?
May I ask if May go to the May Day parade?
Is it in May?
Oh, in May, yeah, nice. We've already got May Day parade, but it is in May.
I guess it would be, unless it runs into June sometimes.
But you get the idea?
I am so confused. There are so many Mays in that. Should I be stressing different Mays with different meanings?
Yeah.
Different Mays in a different way. I like that.
That's right. You've got may as a modal, like can, may, could. We've got May, the name May. We've got May, the month May. So that was your introduction, okay?
Can I practice it?
Yeah, go ahead.
What was it again?
May I ask if May go to the May Day parade?
May I ask if May can go to the
Not
May Day?
May can, May.
Yeah. May I ask if May can... Can I ask if May...
May I?
May I ask if May go to the May Day parade?
Lovely. Lovely intonation. And just by the intonation and the tone of your voice, I understood your sentence. That was your introduction. I want you to just read this sentence to me. This is actually a sentence, Gav.
I still don't know if May can go.
Of course she can. Yes, anyone can go to the May Day parade. I just want you to read that sentence that I've given you.
You have handed me a piece of paper with the word will written a lot.
Yeah, so just read it as you would read a normal sentence without any thought whatsoever. Gav?
Should this have a question mark on it?
Wait, I'm going to help you with it. Can you just say it?
There's no punctuation.
Say it as it is, just on that page.
Will, wills, will.
How many will?
There are 6 will, but one has an apostrophe S.
Okay. So what if I told you there are 3 people called Will in this sentence? And it's the first Will, the third Will, and the 5th Will, the one with S, is a name, and they're all different people called Will. Can you read it again?
I will try. Should we get the followers to try as well?
Go ahead, followers. Try it.
So let me describe this, followers. We've got 6 will, and the 5th one has apostrophe S. Will, wills, will.
It was better, but it's still not making any sense.
Doesn't make any sense to me, Em.
What if I told you it's a question? You actually did it before I told you. There is a comma after the first will.
You know I'm an English teacher, yeah?
Yeah, you did pick up on that quite well. So it's a question and the first will is a name and it's got a comma after it. Try again.
Wills, will?
Yeah, you're almost there. You're almost there. So what if last thing, just to help you with this, you've got 3 people named Will, you've got the modal, future, will, and you've got the verb to will, which means to give a will to someone. And a will, Gav, is the last document you make before you die, telling people what you want to happen to your money and your estate. So if I give you all that information, try one more time to say that sentence.
Wills, will.
Perfect.
Now it makes perfect sense. I've got will the name, will the modal, will is the second will, who is going to verb will, wills is a third will with an apostrophe S, will the document.
Yeah. Wills, will.
Great.
Just with your tone of voice it becomes clear.
Oh, it's so much clearer than the first sentence, yes.
Don't you just love English, everyone?
I do.
Gav, what's your next T word?
I've noticed we're often giving teaching tips to teachers, from teachers, by teachers, in order to improve other teachers' teaching skills.
Agreed.
So, let's switch it round. Let's get students to give teachers some tips.
Oh, have you asked them?
I have.
Brilliant.
I've got a long list of them.
Fantastic.
Do you want to roll the dice? And we'll pick a number.
Dice. Okay, dice. We've got dice. Number 3.
Number 3. I learn more, teacher, when I'm having fun.
Oh, yeah. I like that one.
Now, why is the student saying that? Are they not having fun?
I think they've had fun. They've experienced what fun is.
With another teacher?
Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe they just see a difference. But
6 weeks ago we had fun, but not since then.
Yeah, it's more memorable. I think it really helps to retain the knowledge if you have fun at the same time.
I certainly remember a lot more if I'm having fun.
Games, stories, jokes.
Songs.
They're all fun, aren't they?
And memorable.
Yeah. Rolling again, Gav. Number 6 this time.
I understand the rule. I just don't use it when I'm speaking. How many times has this happened, Em? Where you stop the student, you say, it's verb S, he, she, it, verb S.
Yeah.
And the student says, I know that, teacher, I just don't remember when I'm speaking.
Yeah, Gav, I get this a lot. I think you've just got to speak more and then you will remember it eventually.
And be corrected more?
Yes, possibly. If it's something like third person S, as a teacher, just get on their nerves.
I do pull them up quite a lot if it's something I've already taught them and I've said to them, please stop making that mistake because it's quite a simple one.
I think you go through the phase of the student getting frustrated with themselves and then they get frustrated with you because you're annoying them and they roll their eyes like, yes, I know, I do it all the time. And then they realise if they stop making that mistake, then you will stop correcting them. And then maybe they start to actually focus on it. And it's a process, but I think it's one you need to go through.
And 6 months down the line, you suddenly realise the student's not making that mistake anymore.
That's right.
It's fixed.
That's the goal. Next one is number 3. Sorry, I've rolled number 3 already. I love dice games. They're loads of fun. Number 2.
I know you love phrasal verbs. I do not. Let's compromise.
That student actually said that? Let's compromise. What's that mean?
Well, maybe not practice them as often as you'd like to.
Or instead of the list of 10, we just look at 3?
Yeah, that's a compromise.
I think it's a good point, though. Just because a teacher loves a topic, or just because a teacher loves something in English, the teacher has to look at it from the student's perspective. Is it useful? Are they going to use it every day? Is it easy or difficult to learn? How important is it for them to have? What level are they? Is it relevant to their level? There's no point teaching 20 phrasal verbs about time to an elementary student. It's not really going to work, I don't think.
Think about how high usage it is in English. Do you need to use it every day when you're talking about something? I do say to my students, I really think you need to learn some of these phrasal verbs because we use them all the time and we don't really use these verbs that are the equivalent because we prefer using phrasal verbs, especially in spoken English.
That's right. So things like get rid of something, throw away something, run out of something, these are really common phrases. They're worth learning, they're worth teaching, because we don't tend to say, oh, the coffee has depleted, or
I'm going to dispose of this old thing.
We don't say that really. But some other phrasal verbs and idioms can be very niche, very specific.
Low frequency in English.
Exactly. So you might not need to teach.
To get away with?
No, that's quite good. I think I would use that one.
To put down? No. To tell off?
That's quite useful as well.
And maybe they're all really useful.
They're not all very useful. I just can't think of any that are very specific because I don't use them all the time. But I have seen in books some really strange ones. Like to polish off, like to eat everything. I polished off that chocolate cake. It's nice, but it's not really every day, is it? We don't use it that often.
They're nice to have, but you don't really need them. Like, for example, a pineapple slicer.
Right. You could just use a knife.
You could.
Yeah.
Have you finished rolling the dice now?
Oh, have we got more?
Yeah.
All right, one more then. Number 5.
Number 5. If you correct me mid-sentence, I'll forget what I was saying.
Nice tip. What's this again that we're talking about?
Teaching tips from our learners.
That is a very good tip.
These are the people on the shop floor. They are the vanguard of English learning. We need to listen to these people, Em. They're very important.
Yeah, they're in the front line. They're experiencing this, so I get it. It's a valid point. I'm going to forget what I say if you stop me, but if I wait for you to finish and then correct you at the end, you will deny you said it, or you will forget you've said it, or you will just
simply not care.
Not care by that point. So sometimes I will stop you because you are using that wrong or saying the wrong thing, as we've mentioned, again and again and again.
By slapping your ruler on the desk?
Well, then they really might lose track of what they're saying and leave in tears. But I think just sometimes it's necessary. And I will explain it to my students if they get really fed up with me always interrupting them. I do try to wait to delay the error correction. But there are times where you really need to nip it in the bud.
I think so. There's only so many times I can shout verb S without getting slightly cross.
Gav, were there any other tips that we didn't have time for?
I'll just quickly tell you the last ones. Our students told us, we don't need 10 synonyms. I only need one I'll actually remember.
Good, yeah.
I remember it when you put it in a story.
Nice.
Please don't make me read aloud. I don't read aloud in my own language.
Oh, yeah. But it helps with pronunciation.
That's very true. And finally, I remember the grammar rule you sang, not the one you wrote on the board.
Oh, wow. Which one did you sing?
All of them!
Yeah, that comes back to make it fun and it's memorable.
Especially when I sing it.
Yeah, I could just get you to sing it. I think I might use that one, Gav. It's a really good tip to have up your sleeve when you really want something to be memorable. Just start singing and see what happens, yeah.
Finish us off with your tea.
Can we talk about task-based learning? Because I love it.
Task-based learning means that I have a task that I need to do during my 45 minutes with my teacher and my classmates. What will it be?
Could be many, many things. Task-based learning, TBL, Gav. What comes to your mind as a task-based learning exercise?
Build a raft.
Good. Using words as well as actions, but yes. You're right, though. Any kind of team...
a raft made of words is not going to sail anywhere.
Any kind of team-building activity is a great task-based learning activity because students have to communicate with each other. They have to work together as a team, and to do that, they have to use words. Good. Don't make the raft out of words, but just use words to help you make the raft. What other things can you think of?
Survive on a desert island.
Good. Actually go there?
Figuratively.
Right. That's another great exercise.
Escape rooms?
Yeah, nice. You can do virtual escape rooms. You can do real escape rooms. They're all good as well. Any kind of puzzle to solve, problem to solve, they're really good.
Write your own pop song?
Nice.
And music video?
Make a play, a short skit of some kind. Build a piece of furniture?
Rather not.
You could, though. That's quite good. Plan a holiday together.
Oh, I like that one.
Book a restaurant. Jury duty. I quite like this one.
And where are these coming from?
I Googled it. You could get a previous crime that has been tried.
Oh, this sounds gory.
Get your group to go through the story and then decide what the verdict should be.
This could be quite a sensitive topic, so be careful with this one.
Could be. You'd have to maybe give a trigger warning or think about it before you do it and say, what does everyone think about this? Because A lot of people really love true crime.
Or it could be a parking violation.
Yeah, whatever. Actually, that's a really good point. It doesn't have to be a murder, does it? It
I
could
hope
be
not.
anything, but it's just to see if they can come to a decision together. It could be choose a coffee machine for the new office.
Did you say coffee?
I did say coffee. On our tea episode.
If any of the followers might like to support the show, what should they do, Em?
They should go to ko-fi.com/howtoenglishpod.
Where they can choose to buy us a coffee.
Or a tea. Continuing on with task-based learning, though, even a student A, student B find the difference activity is a task-based learning activity.
I absolutely love Spot the Difference. It's one of my favourite activities. It is so speaky, talk.
It is. It's everything, isn't it? It's prepositions, vocabulary, grammar. It's the best thing. Students love it because it's fun. And don't forget to show them the pictures at the end so they can see both pictures at the same time and they haven't got to just imagine what was in the other picture.
Although their partner might have described it so perfectly it's not necessary.
That's true. Can I try one task-based learning with you, Gav?
And we've got all the time in the world.
I'm going to describe an activity to you and I want you to perform this activity in front of me using your hands, and I will tell you how to use your hands.
This is a podcast.
Yes, but it's...
And it's not one of those fancy video ones.
You're going to be miming something. Again, I think our followers can visualise this. They can work with us together. They can do it at the same time.
Maybe this should have been episode V for visualise.
Could have been. I think it's coincidence that we had the same ideas. So I'd like you to hold up your left hand. Not that high. Hold it at about chest level. And now, with your hand, make a kind of OK sign, you know, like when you close.
Like a circle.
Like a circle.
Should I be speaking at this point?
No, you can't speak. So make a kind of circle with your left hand so your fingers are touching your thumb and there is, a circle shape appearing. But then you need to put your hand horizontally so the circle is pointing down. And then with your other hand, you're going to position it slightly above that left hand, but not touching. Just hold it above it and pinch your first finger and your thumb together and just turn it slightly so it's kind of parallel with the other hand, and then move that right hand up and down in slow action. And you want to do that 4 times. Up, down 4 times. What are you doing, Gav? What are you doing right now? What action are you performing, do you think?
Am I milking an upside-down cow?
No. How is it upside down?
Let me try again. Am I changing the oil on the car?
No. You really have no idea.
Is it a sport?
No, it's a food.
Am I peeling a banana?
Yeah, that's exactly what you're doing.
You described that very well, but that was a very difficult one to describe.
I know, but you could make them up yourself. Fishing, maybe, waving.
I think sports would be quite good, because if you gave them the title of all of these are sport-related hand gestures, can you guess the sport? That might be a bit more guessable.
Maybe. It's very hard to describe an entire sports action. But I think if you keep it to a very simple task, like raising your hand to drink a glass of water or cleaning a window, these are simple phrases that students need to use. And it's great for anatomy, and it's great for directional language, and it's great for actions as well.
It's very descriptive.
Maybe not the best example, but you get the idea. Are there any T words you didn't get to today, Gav?
There are, but I think I'm going to skip them and go straight to our tip of the episode.
The T tip. What's your T tip?
My T tip is articles.
What's the T in that?
It's titled Test Your Articles.
How is it a tip?
Because I think everybody needs to know this right now.
All right. Know what?
If they don't already know it. Especially my students. If you're listening, please focus. Use an before words that start with vowel sounds.
Mm-hmm.
which are
A, E, I, O, and U.
But they're not the sounds, are they? You've just read the letters to me, Em.
Aha, yes. You mean like A, E, O, and A sounding words?
I do mean those words that begin with that sound. Conversely, use A, the article A, before words that start with consonant sounds.
All the other letter sounds that I'm not going to tell you right now.
Please tell me, like B.
I'm not doing
K,
them all, no.
D.
And so
F.
on.
Remember, Em, this is the tip.
Test your articles.
That's it. Test your articles. The tip is, it's the sound, not the spelling.
Mm-hmm.
If we have the word apple,
An apple.
elephant,
An elephant.
igloo,
An igloo.
orange,
An orange.
umbrella,
An umbrella.
you've got it. These are the a, e, I, o, sounds.
The vowel sounds, Gav. Easy.
But,
Oh.
bat,
A bat.
chair,
Did you say but a bat? A chair.
dinosaur,
A dinosaur.
etc.
Easy, yeah?
B, k, d. However, M and the followers, especially my students, be aware of university,
A university.
a university.
A university. Because it starts with a y sound, which is a consonant sound.
Correct.
Even though it's written with a U, it's a y sound.
Hour,
An hour looks like a consonant, sounds like a vowel.
unicorn,
A unicorn, same as the university really, it's a y sound.
honest mistake,
An honest mistake would be the same as the hour, it's an O sound.
MBA student,
An MBA student. An M.
it's the e sound, M.
It's not the letter M, it's the sound E.
Well done. That was my tip anyway. What's yours?
My tip, Gav, is transcription. Check out our transcription because it's fantastic. If you don't understand everything we say, you don't need to worry because it's all written out.
I should probably check that sometime.
Check what?
I don't always understand what's going on.
Okay, but you don't need to check the transcription, Gav, because the transcription's done by you and you check it anyway.
That is very true. And also, there is IPA. And what is IPA?
It's the International Pronunciation Alphabet, Gav.
It is. And if you can read it, then check out the transcription because there is a bit of IPA in there just to help your pronunciation skills.
And even if you don't know IPA, it's worth checking it out anyway because you can see all these wonderful words written as we speak on the video. And who doesn't like that, Gav?
I'm sure we'll find somebody, but thanks, Em. I liked your tip.
Well, I mean, yeah, if you want to practice your listening skills, maybe don't check it out. But if there is something you're not sure about, the transcription is there.
It's there for you, followers. Enjoy.
Gav, have we got time for the hardest tongue twister ever?
Sadly, Em, we have completely run out of time.
Oh, I think we can squeeze it in, can't we?
Yeah, go on then.
If you could just say these 6 words: pad, kid, poured, curd, pulled, cod.
Does it mean anything?
I don't think it does.
Should I say it fast?
Yeah, I said it slowly because I wanted to make it clear.
And who decided this is the hardest tongue twister?
The internet. I asked the internet and this was what it came up with again and again and again. And I'd never heard of it before today.
Let me try. Pad kid... Well, I can't read your writing. Hold on. Pad kid poured curd pulled cod.
That's good.
Faster?
Yeah.
Pad kid poured curd. Pad kid poured curd pulled cod. I think these are just words we don't use very often.
Pulled. Kid. Cod, maybe. Poured. They're not every day, but put them together and they don't make any sense. Pad kid poured curd pulled cod. It isn't easy.
Thanks, Em. I will speak to you and possibly listen to you next time.
Possibly listen to me if I'm lucky, yeah? Okay. Bye for now, Gav.
Laters.